is up, guys? NYKia31 here, Madden 16 video, going around the NFL a little bit as we head into week 3 of the season. And in this video, I'm going to go over the teams that have started out 0-2 out of the gate. 0-2 is a very precarious situation in the league. It makes week 3 basically a do or die game. You're staring down the barrel of 0-3 and putting yourself behind the 8 ball pretty seriously. The list of teams that are able to call out of an 0-3 start is very, very short. Odds are not in your favor. So I'm going to go over the 0-2 teams. I'm going to predict which ones are done, which ones have a chance. We'll start in the AFC, and we have in the AFC North the Baltimore Ravens. I think they're going to be okay. They could easily be 1-1. They should have won the opener against the Broncos. And, you know, the Raiders are one of those teams that if you're not ready to play now, they can do some things against you. They have a quarterback. They have some talented players. Amari Cooper's the real deal. Khalil Mack's the real deal. So Raiders aren't just an automatic W anymore. But I think they'll be okay. Losing Suggs hurts, but I don't trust the Cincinnati Bengals. I never do. I don't believe in them at all. The Browns, they're going back and forth at their quarterback. So I think the Ravens will be fine. I think they have enough in them to right the ship and get it going. They had Cincinnati, oddly enough, this week, so they can take care of business there. I think they can right that ship. Now in the AFC South, you have the Colts. And the thing with the Colts and the Texans, I think the Texans are done. Texans are done. They have no quarterback. The Colts have serious flaws, but you have the Jags there who aren't ready, the Titans who aren't ready, the Texans who don't have a QB who you can trust. So the Colts will have a chance to get that righted, but when they get into the playoffs, their flaws will be exposed. They have no offensive line. Luck is getting killed, and they're soft up front. But for the time being, as far as regular season purposes go, I think they'll be okay. Because I see them just cleaning house in their divisional games. And they win enough games outside of that to win the division. In the NFC, especially in the NFC East, things are very interesting. I'm going to include the Giants in the 0-2 category, even though they just won. I don't believe the Giants are very good. I don't believe the NFC East is very good, especially with Dallas all banged up. And with Philly at 0-2, I predicted that Philly would win the division. I picked them to win the division. I picked them to have a big season. And we're between 12 to 14 wins. That's looking very dicey right now. Especially when you consider that to get to the low end of that prediction, they have to go 12-2 the rest of the way. And based on what you've seen off of Philly the past 2 games, do you have any confidence they'll get anywhere close to that? They have problems. I have a video in the works just on Philly alone. But what I fear is happening with Philly, which is on the verge of happening there, is that when the players feel like the coach does not know what he's doing, it is over. It is done. You lose the locker room, and Operation Coach Killer begins in earnest, and you could see that very soon. I mean, I really fear for Sam Bradford's safety this week against the Jets. The Jets are going to come after him early, often, and relentlessly. And we're going to find out what kind of man Sam Bradford is in a hurry. Bears are done. Cutler's a complete cancer that infects everything he puts his hands on. The Lions are done. The Saints are done. The Saints, what happened to the Saints is they just run their course. They got Drew his Super Bowl. They had a couple of legit chances to get a second Super Bowl. And what happens when you don't cash those in, your window closes, your roster turns over, and all of a sudden you're looking at a team that's not very good anymore. I think the Seahawks are fine. I think their problems are fixable, and they also benefit from the fact that the Niners are not very good anymore, and the Rams, they're just not quite ready to win yet. They're still kind of learning, growing, and maturing. They do have the Cardinals to deal with, who we all forget about. But I think Seattle will right themselves and be in the mix toward the whole stretch of the season. So, love to hear your guys' thoughts. I will talk to you all later. Peace.